Have governments ever faked incidents or incited incidents in order to get them into wars? Nations.
Do you think
has that happened historically?
I'm sure it has.
Yeah,
I don't think
Now, more on the latest building collapse in New York. You might have heard a few moments ago I was talking about the Salomon Brothers building collapsing. And indeed it has. Apparently that's only a few hundred yards away from where the World Trade Center towers were. And it seems that this was not a result of a new attack. It was because the building had been weakened during this morning's attacks.
As you can see behind me, the Trade Center appears to be still burning. We see these huge clouds of smoke and ash, and we know that behind that there's an empty piece of what was a very familiar New York skyline, a symbol of the financial prosperity of this city.
It's now, some 8 hours since the attacks. Is there any estimate yet available of the number of casualties in the World Trade Center?
When you talk to people they don't even say how many people might have been killed and injured, and I think that feeling, until the idea of the devastation, people don't really know what to say or what to think. I think they feel the bubble of their security as being in America has definitely been popped. This city and this country will not be the same, but they don't really know where to turn. That's the very sad thing. I think there's going to be a lot of very, very traumatized people that has hit them very, very hard.
Jane, I think many of us, when we heard the news, perhaps on the radio earlier today, were completely flabbergasted by it and just couldn't comprehend it. I mean, it almost sounded too far-fetched. I was wondering what it's felt like for you being in Manhattan. Well, unfortunately, I think we've lost the line with Jane Stanley.
I remember getting a call from the fire department commander telling me that they were not sure they were going to be able to contain the fire. And I said, you know, we've had such terrible loss of life. Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.
What is going on now is a massive rescue effort.
Do you believe it's hundreds or thousands?
I really don't. I really don't want to say right now, Peter. I think it's going to be a horrible number. I saw people jumping out of the World Trade Center. I saw some of the firefighters who I know going into the building. And we were in a building in which we were trapped for about 10-15 minutes, and we set up headquarters at 75 Barclay Street, which was right there with the police commissioner, the fire commissioner, the head of emergency management, and we were operating out of there when we were told that the World Trade Center was going to collapse. The World Trade Center was going to collapse. It was going to collapse. It was going to collapse.
Coming over our radio. Get out of the area. The second tower is coming around.
What time is the second tower?
Yes, it's about to collapse.
Danny Uvenko.
Hi, is Danny there?
Yes, that's me.
Hi, Danny. Hi, my name's Jeff. I'm calling you from Canada.
Hello.
Hi, I was just wondering, real quickly, I know you had commented on World Trade Center Building 7 before.
Yes, that's right.
And I've come to my conclusions, too, that it couldn't have came down by fire.
No, absolutely not.
Are you still sticking by your comments where you say it must have been a controlled demolition?
Absolutely.
Yes? And you as being a controlled demolitions expert, you've looked at the building, you've looked at the video, and you've determined with your expertise that...
I looked at the drawings, the construction, and it couldn't be done by fire. No, absolutely not.
Okay, because I was reading on the internet, people were asking, about you, and they said, I heard something that Danny Joenko retracted his statement of what he said earlier about World Trade Center 7, now saying that it came down by fire. And I said, there's no way that's true.
No, absolutely not.
Because if anybody was real, like when I've called controlled demolitions here in North America,
yes,
they tell me that, oh, it's possible it came down from fire and this and that and stuff like that.
Listen, when the FEMA makes a report that it came down by fire and you have to earn your money in the States as a controlled demolition company, and you say, no, it was a controlled demolition, you're gone, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You'll be in a lot of trouble if you say that, right?
Of course. That's the end of the end of the story.
Yeah, because I was calling demolitions companies just to ask them if they use the term "pullet" in demolition terms, and even Controlled Demolitions Incorporated said they did, but the other people didn't want to talk to me about Building 7 really, because they knew what happened and they didn't want to say it, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm very sorry for bothering you, and thank you very much for your time, sir.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, thank you very much. You have a good day.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This is how it's been since day one. Oh, it's unbelievable. And this is 6 weeks later, almost 6 weeks later. And as we get closer to the center of this, it gets hotter and hotter. It's probably 1,500 degrees. We've had some small windows into what we thought was a core at some point, and it looked like an oven. You know, it was just roaring inside. And it just had a bright reddish orange color. See that stuff he's pulling out? What was that, Chief? We're gonna hold off on the water. See the stuff he's pulling out?
Yeah.
It's red hot. If we hit it too much steam, you won't be able to see what he's doing.
Great.